Alright, YouTube, so we were back, of course, to talk about some Final Fantasy VII Remake, and we're back with a pretty interesting topic, I'd say. We've talked off and on about the possibility of Aerith living when it comes to the remake project, just because things are different. We killed Destiny, essentially, at the end of the game, so there's nothing there to really force her to die. It's no longer predetermined, predestined for her to die. Things could be different with the remake project, but obviously that seems like such a drastic change. Like, they changed some stuff with this first game, of course, but when it comes to Aerith living, that's a major change. That's one of the most iconic deaths, one of the most iconic scenes in like all of gaming. So initially with this video, I was going to look at this Gamerant article that talks about 5 fan theories that were debunked with the remake and 5 fan theories that could still be true. But I came across the part where they talked about Aerith possibly living, but the way they explained it was kind of interesting, which is why I'm making this video. So let's just read over it really quickly and then we'll talk about it. Could still be true, resurrecting Aerith or at least being able to save her. While producer Yoshinori Kitase said that the team wants to stick to the original story, Remake created an ending that leaves open possibilities. In Remake, Sephiroth tells Cloud that their world will become part of it one day. This hints that Sephiroth has already seen the visions just like Cloud and Avalanche did during their battle against the Arbiters of Fate. Sephiroth knows he can't kill Aerith, or else she'll return to the livestream and release Holy, leading to his demise. Aerith will be spared. And this is something that hadn't even crossed my mind when we talked multiple times about Aerith possibly living or dying when it comes to the Remake project. When it comes to the first game, there's supposedly multiple Sephiroth. Some people said when we talked about it before in the comments of my videos that the translation was a bit weird, a bit different or something like that. But whether there's 4 Sephiroths or 1 Sephiroth doesn't matter. Sephiroth has knowledge of the past, present, and future. Which means the Sephiroth in the Remake project knows that when we get to the City of the Ancients, if he kills Aerith, she'll become one with the lifestream, she'll unleash Holy, preventing Meteor from destroying Gaia, and eventually, of course, leading to Sephiroth's death. And when you think about it in that sort of context, it honestly makes a lot of sense that Aerith would not die when it comes to the Remake project, at least in the same way. Why would Sephiroth kill Aerith if he knows that it leads to his death? He fails in his objective. The only way for me that it makes sense that Aerith dies in the same way she did in the original when it comes to the Remake project with Sephiroth having knowledge of the future is if he has another means of preventing like Holy or Cloud and everybody from killing him. Like if he has a way to kill Aerith, but maybe he grabs the holy materia for it bounces off of her hair and falls into the water. Like he gets his hands on the holy materia and the black materia. Then we got to defeat him in a different way than we did in the original. Like that's the only way that makes sense. Otherwise, why would he ever kill her? Or the story plays out roughly similar as it did in the original. Like he gets the holy materia, he gets the black materia, he summons Meteor, but we find a different way to stop Meteor from destroying the planet. Or because he knows what the future holds, if he kills Aerith, he dies as well. Maybe he finds a different means of trying to destroy the planet or get the energy from the livestream or something. I don't know, man. There's a lot of ways this could go. The main thing for me is when thinking about it in this way, again, the Sephiroth in this game having just knowledge of the past, present, and future, Aerith living isn't entirely off the table for me anymore. I think it's an absolute possibility, more than I ever did before. The thing is, though, will they change that? Will they switch up one of the most iconic moments in gaming history? I don't know, man. But the thing is, before this game came out, before we had it in our hands, I was 100% certain Jessie, Biggs, and Wedge would die during the fall of Sector 7. But as we've seen, Biggs and Wedge are still alive, and there's still the possibility that Jess is alive. We've talked about that a few times on the channel, the theories out there. I'm of the belief that she's dead, but there still is the absolute possibility that they could make her live if they wanted to. But still, those are some relatively iconic deaths, even though they were minor characters in the original game, but they changed that up, so it is a possibility. That's the main thing here. When it comes to the Remake project, there's a lot of possibilities. We don't know what they're gonna do. And that's why with this knowledge in mind, I want to pass off to you guys, what do you think is going to happen when it comes to the remake? Again, Sephiroth knows. Aerith's death equals his death. Do you think they are going to kill her, or would they maybe do a fake out death? That's something I actually forgot to mention earlier in the video. They could let Aerith live in the Forgotten City, the City of the Ancients, but maybe she dies at a later point in the story. That way it's like, holy shit, they did it. They actually let Aerith live, and then they just pull that rug out from under us and kill her in a different way. I don't know, man. Stuff like this, theories like this, that has me really excited for the future of the Remake project. I'm pretty excited to see what they do with the story. Definitely want to hear from you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and want to see more Final Fantasy VII Remake content. Turn on notifications. Follow me on Twitter at @dashingdavid. Add my Discord. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.
Used to care what people thought, but now I care more, and nobody out here's got it figured out. So therefore, I've lost all hope of a happy ending, depending on whether or not it's worth it. So insecure, no one's perfect. We spend it with no shame. We blow that like Coltrane. We inhale.